Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining me for another episode of my FIFA 21 career with Manchester United. Now, the January transfer window is open as we know, and I know a lot of you guys have been saying you need to get a new forward player. We've lost Agallo, he's gone back to China, but I was thinking, I think we could probably fight through to the end of the season, to the summer, before we make a decision on bringing in a new forwards. At the moment we've got Martial, Traore not really going to be, competing for that position in the first team with Martial, as we know. But we've got Mason Greenwood. He could play out on the right, can play as a striker. We've also got Marcus Rashford as well. The same sort of situation with him. Can play on the left or up front on his own. I think we can do this. I think we can muscle on through to the end of the season working with what we've got. And, I don't want to speak too loudly, but Martial hasn't been injured. Oh, we almost lost Wan-Bissaka a couple of episodes ago when Bayern Munich came in, activated that release clause. Now, Hertha Berlin are coming with a 58.3 mil bid. We're going to block that. We're going to reject. There's been an offer for Bruno Fernandes as well. Bayern Munich, they really want to snap up some of our best players, don't they? They've come in with a £98 million bid for Bruno Fernandes. We're going to say no to that also. So let's see what else has been happening here in the January transfer window lately. So Akone has gone to Everton for 41.4 mil. Atletico Madrid have won the race for former Chelsea player Oscar. And how about this for a January signing for Man City? They've managed to capture Toni Kroos from Real Madrid. The 31-year-old will be playing in Manchester for the rest of the season. Dwight McNeil has left Burnley for AC Milan. Bit of a strange one, and so is this. John Stones going to Barcelona to bolster their defence. St James Park, always a good one this. Newcastle against Manchester United in the Premier League. Again, a win is a must. League form over the last, 4 or 5 games, it hasn't been the best. We've been drawing, did we lose one game as well? I know we haven't won in as many anyway, so we need to put a stop to that. We need to get back to winning ways and get those all-important 3 points today. Here is Anthony Martial, totally isolated at the moment, joined by Bruno Fernandes. Thankfully, Bruno Fernandes is going to switch him to his right if we can. On the finesse. Straight the keeper, though. Newcastle. You just get that feeling every time they attack, they're going to bag themselves a goal. St. Maxim here, look at the space. He's got the pace. Wan-Bissaka completely overshoots that as Richie pulls the trigger, forcing a great save from De Gea. Rashford, we are just off for the second half here at St James's Park as Anthony Martial comes very close. What a frustrating game this has been so far. Bruno Fernandes, come on Pogba, finally gets his shot away. And we can't find the back of the net. It's going to be offside. What a disappointing game. Awful game. Frustrating game. Not many chances taken from either side here in this Premier League game. It's finished Newcastle United 0, Manchester United 0. It's another draw as well in the league. Something we could really do without. I mean, last time out against Newcastle, really impressive. Just wasn't the case here today. We are falling further and further behind. We've now dropped out of the top 5. We are 6th with 25 games gone. We're level on points with Wolves, a point behind Leicester, who's sitting that Champions League spot in 4th. How about Mourinho's Spurs, though, dropping all the way down to 8th. But we've got to look on the bright side. We're still in the title race. I'm really liking this. I'm liking the interaction this year with players. I did take Pogba off in the 60th minute against Newcastle. Now he's come to me saying that he wants to say his piece. He's got something to say. He hates being subbed off at the best of times, but that last game, he was absolutely convinced that he could have turned that draw into a win, into the 3 points that we needed. Again, I'm loving the interaction. I'm loving the fact that we're getting different sort of scenarios with players in the conversations here. So what shall we say? We'll make sure next time. I need you to stay fit. We'll make sure next time. Well, it looked to me like you were blowing a bit, so I did what I thought was best for you and for us. I can't afford for you to pick up an injury. Let's just get back to work. We'll finish the job next time for sure. Oh, this makes it even more interesting because this is realistic. An offer coming in from Spurs for Scott McTominay, 30.4 million. It's realistic in the fact that we all know when Mourinho was at United, he was a big advocate for Scott McTominay. He absolutely loved McTominay, and the fact that Spurs have now come in with a bid for him and they want him, Mourinho wants him at Spurs, it's great. But you know what, we're going to say no. The transfer window for January is now closed. Chelsea managed to seal their £25.5 million deal for Bonucci. Do they really need him? Leeds have been busy as well on deadline day. They've brought in Hoffman from Borussia Mönchengladbach for £10.8 million. Roma have sold Aiden Dzeko to Wolves. That's fantastic business for Roma. Not too sure about Wolves. They've dropped 15.5 mil on an ageing player. Well, he's been looking for more first team football as Luke Shaw, and he's got it today. Of all games, back in the Premier League, back at Old Trafford, United against Southampton, and it really is do or die. It is a must win. We need to get back to winning ways, and maybe he can be a driving force down that left side in any attack that we produce in this game. We desperately need goals. We desperately need a win. Here is Anthony Martial, just lacking support, but does find Dan James. He's got all the pace. Go on, James. Has a crack. And McCarthy just pushes it away. Scott McTominay is a through ball now for Anthony Martial to run onto. Martial, tight angle. It doesn't matter though, as he's found the first goal of the game. United in the lead. I was about to say, McTominay subject to a lot of speculation. Is he leaving? Is he staying? After Mourinho came calling, but he's staying after such an assist like that. Bruno finds McTominay, back to Bruno again. Pogba first time, that's brilliant. Look at the space Pogba's created for himself. And Paul Pogba is at it again. It's two goals in the space of 5-6 minutes for Manchester United. It's a comfortable lead that we now have here at Old Trafford. We're looking much better in front of goal. What's changed, seriously, since that last game against Newcastle? Oh, here we go. Danny Ings. Oof. Struck straight at David De Gea there. He was able to concede the corner. Che Adams. Tricky one here. Danny Ings, Che Adams. They're really going for it at Southampton. Bringing their centre-backs forwards here. Need to make a challenge. Pogba almost does. And Salisu. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's a brilliant hit. Look how he jumps over the challenge of Paul Pogba, completely avoiding it. And what a strike, what a save also. 61 minutes gone. That is not Luis Suarez. It can't be. Suarez feeds it through for Danny Ings. Oh, it's a brilliant goal. It really is. Strikes it first time. Just rolls it off his left foot. These later years of Danny Ings, they've really been something special. Last year in real life. This season in this career mode save. Van der Beek. Here is Anthony Martial. It's done really well. It's got to be Anthony Martial. That's what I'm talking about. 3-1 to United. Right on the 90th minute. That will seal the deal. Gary just skips past his challenger. And what a hit on the finesse for Martial. A much needed win and fully deserved here today for Manchester United. It's finished 3-1. There are a few hairy moments, no doubt, with the likes of Danny Ings and Che Adams sniffing around goal. But we have come out on top thanks to 2 goals from Martial and Paul Pogba on the score sheet yet again. We needed that. So then, that win against Southampton doesn't really improve our league position, but we are now level on points with Wolves and Leicester and just 2 points behind Chelsea, who sit in third. 7 points behind Liverpool and City. Can we still win the league? We'll find out. So the Champions League is set to return. Here we are taking our seat at the pre-match press conference ahead of the first leg of the knockout stages against FC Porto. We'll have done our homework on the opposition. And Porto aren't doing very well apparently. Well, neither are we with our current league form. If you want to compare over the last 4 or 5 games, quite a few draws and just 1 or 2 wins here and there. Hasn't been as consistent as we were back in November, December time. December was the one really, wasn't it, where we was picking up all those results, scoring all those brilliant goals. But we will play our football. We approach every game in the same way. We try to be positive, always looking to be on the front foot. Team's been absolutely flying lately, have we? There's been some very frustrating results, or I should say performances. I wouldn't say we've been flying, but we will say here, I think there's more to come. There is definitely more to come from the team. There's still a lot of football yet to be played this season. We are still in all competitions also, so that I suppose we could take positives from that. So all eyes on this man, Alex Telles, who returns to Porto for the first time since leaving back in the summer. He's now a Manchester United player, as we know, and he does start tonight against his former team. So some key battles all across that pitch tonight, especially with Alex Telles. And it's an unchanged side pretty much for Manchester United. You can see Bruno Fernandes looking to get back into form. He starts. Paul Pogba, learnt my lesson not to sub him off if we are drawing a game. Maybe we'll consider that in tonight's game against Porto if we do find ourselves in a drawing situation. Harry Maguire does take the captain's armband, and I'm sure Porto, they have their threatening players like Zé and Diaz as well out on the left. Here is Zé on the ball. Can we win it? Fred does well. He's done well throughout this season, to be honest, breaking up play in central midfield. Here is Maguire now. Back to Bruno Fernandes. They're closing down quickly, but it's left spaces at the back. Alex Telles feeds Marcus Rashford, who's in on goal. Had his way with PSG's fullbacks and has done so again against Porto. He doesn't get on the score sheet, but he finds Dan James. Very unselfish is Marcus Rashford here. Nice simple pass to find James, and it's a simple away goal. What a run this is. Alex Telles lacking behind. Closes the gap nicely. Mario pulls it back. It's Matus. Is it Matus? What a turn though. Oh, unbelievable. It's a great turn. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Matus. I'm not sure, but De Gea does really well. Gets down to it quickly, but Diaz is in the right place at the right time, and we now have a real game on our hands in this knockout stage game. That equaliser has given them great incentive now. Hooper steps in, makes the challenge, clears the danger. That will do. De Gea, nice catch. And we'll distribute that out wide to Alex Telles, former Porto man. Here we go again. Marcus Rashford catching out the fullbacks. Looks like he's aging as well. He's got grey hair. He's chasing down Rashford and he's struggling. Went for that same move again, looking for James. Danilo over the top. Oh, what a chat. Oh, come on. Hooper got a touch on that. Why is he not stopping the shot? But anyway, David De Gea, look at this for a save. Fully stretched. Keeps the game at 1-1. Telles finds Paul Pogba. Sitting really deep here. It's a good ball out wide to Dan James, who's switched positions now. Rashford, who's up top. Martial has gone off. Here is Dan James now. James bearing down on goal, looking for a second. And doesn't find it. What a hit. Wan-Bissaka. 78 minutes gone. Wan-Bissaka finds Rashford. Keeper saves. Brilliant. We see Diaz's goal in the first half and we raise you. Dan James, 2 goals in this game. 2 away goals as well. So crucial. Heading into the second leg back at Old Trafford. Right place, right time. So we head back to Old Trafford with a 2-1 lead over FC Porto in the Champions League knockout stage. Advantage Manchester United. He hasn't scored many goals this season, but when he does, Dan James will tear you apart. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.